Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where we're trying to question our friend the Tanuki about stealing. Stop stealing my stuff. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget. Grr. Yipes. Mercy, mercy. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long family story. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. Is it gonna be my bracelet again? What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. I gotta show him the thing. It's none other than the Azuki Yoko. Robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. But you robbed from the me to give to the you. That's very different. And you leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. Oh. What's more, his grandson... I'm his grandson because he was my grandpappy. I can't argue that is typically how that works. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honors, the honest truth. Wait, but... the sloshing around the Azuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean, given out to the poor. But you keep everything you steal. I don't know that I trust you on this. Are you sure Grandpappy didn't just steal from the rich and give to the Grandpappy? I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn. Forget the money, you should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yeah, I want to ask him about it. Yes, it looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Yeah. Figure discovered inside the Temataro statue. Apparently it is something of a something a certain thief leaves at the scene of a theft. So did someone steal something beforehand? Hey, what are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it'd been there practically forever. Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in that there chamber. Did he redistribute the treasure to himself? Treasure? Yes! Tell me about the treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? See, now was one of the figures in there. That just might be. That's Grandpappy for ya. Bet he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor, aka himself. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. Okay. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenmataro near the scene of the crime. Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. I can't tell if he's being earnest. I think it's a combination of he is involved, but I think LaBelle used the village superstitions against him. Like, oh, you wouldn't want to say this because that would be against the superstition. And bad things would happen to you, and not just because I would murder you. You would get murdered by Tenmataro, and that would be awful. Yeah, I think that's it. The people of Ninetales sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenmataro. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell ya. I think he's being honest here. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yup, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me. Unlike the real book where it's still stuff. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. What? Ooh, I got nothing. What does this say? Nothing. Seems those who foolishly choose to pick the demon are cursed. Special edition paper. Token of goodwill made in secret. Jinxie is now the only one who knows what the original looked like. I see page 2. Oh. Traces of blood from the defendant Damien Tema on it. It was apparently wrapped in a large cloth in which the defendant's blood was also found. No fingerprints could be lifted. Okay. I don't know. Oh, wait. He's not leaving the village! It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Ah. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale, but if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. Oh, I was wrong. I genuinely thought that he was scared, but that, like, LaBelle was taking advantage of that. No, so he knows what he's doing is wrong. Okay. I feel less bad about picking at him now. Blah. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes. Yeah, tell me. You were lying about believing the superstitions, weren't you? It's sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Temataro? It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Temataro. He said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid girl. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tema about the possession rumor. Ouch! Hey, watch it. Also, give me my stuff back. Oh, come on. I'll be taking this back now. Kind of like family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. And where's my wallet? Is that all you wanted to ask, Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Temataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Right? Anything else? No. Alright. Anything I would want to present? He kind of took... Tell me about this. So your grandfather was a famous thief. That's right, he stole for the rich to give to the poor. Just like your Robin Hood, but in these parts he's known as Azuki Kozo. He washes his loot clean before handing it out to the poor. To prevent germs. It's hard to imagine Mr. Filch has such noble intentions. I bet he was planning on keeping my bracelet for himself. Oh, for sure. Have you seen this before? Oh, that, right. Well, does it ring a bell? Oh, it's ringing, alright. You want to thank me for all my hard work? And I humbly accept. No, this isn't a gift. Should have known this was a dead end. Okay. Anything else I want to ask him about? Hey, I know that picture. That's my amazing Ninetales glossy. How dare you steal that from me? No, this is the one you gave me. Remember? You said you had lots more. I did? Well, it was never really mine in the first place, so... You can go ahead and keep it. Don't tell me I'm now guilty of receiving stolen goods. Well, probably should have seen that coming. The mask. Hey, that there's the amazing Ninetales mask. You're aiming to sell it, ain't ya? Why, you sneaky lily-livered... No, I'm not trying to sell it. Could be a key piece of evidence. Aw, too bad. Thought I'd hook you up with this Byron. Yeah, we did that already. Wait, you want me to sell it? Yeah, we did that already. Okay, anything else? No, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Let's get out of here. I'm just gonna slowly back away. You. Remember about Jinxie. How about this? Ah, crap. Alright, didn't have high hopes for that. Okay, let me just make sure we're not... Nope, okay. April 18th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. Ah. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least, that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. That should go over well. Huh? Oh, come on! Caw, 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 caw. No match is this warding charm for me. Ah, the charm. Temataro's back! Those foolish mortals. They shall regret blaming that child for my doings. I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. You probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. Nope. Do I have any evidence? What about this? You know anything about this? I was hoping you'd take a look at this. An offering to me? Quite admirable. But the best thing you could offer me is to win me my freedom. Caw, caw, caw. Right. I'll do my best. How about that? Nope. Tell me about this. Nope. A descendant of old Ninetails, perhaps. It would seem he's doing quite well these days. Yeah, he's a huge hit with the kids all the way up to their grandparents. It seems I've been resting on my laurels for far too long. It is time I too debuted into the mortal world and rekindled my struggle against that wily fox. That's the spirit. You can make your debut as soon as we get you that not guilty verdict. Then I'd best return to top form. Push-ups and sit-ups should do for now. Caw, caw. Is he planning a new career as a pro wrestler? No? Okay. No. Alright, let's talk about the Jinxie rumor. We'd like to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai, protect a mere mortal? Caw, caw, caw. No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please. We already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene, but if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you, I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless you can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo, I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain what that whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something. I can really count on her when it counts. Alright, tell me about the real story. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. I feel like I should know that word. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Yeah, that. Let's go with that. Yes, I believe she's exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetails Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state, and that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then the Tenmataro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? It would indeed explain the matter. Look, Tenmataro's spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma? Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you. Yeah! Feathers and tracks, tell me. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. It was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it! You suspect Florent is behind all this. But why? Did he really want Ninetails Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenmataro for a spell. Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenmataro. No, maybe? That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Tenmataro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. As the superstitions warn, you must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenmataro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. Your dinner is ready, your malevolence. Oh, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The Kitchen Crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Caw, caw, caw. Yes, your malevolence. I'll remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent LaBelle next, now that we know the truth? He won't be able to claim that the Tenmataro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are you going to get him to admit it was him? That's true. Oh, it just moved. Okay. That's honestly kind of handy.
Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy, from the top.
Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, oh heck, what was the next part again? Ah!
You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 30th time, you know.
Alright, I don't feel so bad.
No, 100 times more and we're done.
What on earth do they practice? Come on, really? Nah, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy.
No.
Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this practice and yipes!
Unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours?
Did Filch LaBelle's wallet just now? Good for him. So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo?
Oh, it's you two eavesdropping, are we? Pfft, you peasants are so tacky. What do you want with me?
Your confession to being the Tenmataro imposter would be nice right about now. Yeah, cool. Could we get that out of the way? That'd be great. Yes. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro.
Filch, you fool!
Yipes.
I told you nothing good to come of you running your mouth.
So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle?
No. Why, to protect the darn little Jinxie, of course.
But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenmataro.
Interesting, but where are you going with this?
Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tamataro.
No! Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tenmataro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort.
That's right, Mr. LaBelle even told me Tamataro was a jinx, so ow, 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 ow!
I said Tenmataro was jinxy, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 times more. 100 times more times.
Yipes. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow?
Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait till then.
Oh, I'll be waiting. With a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you.
Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones.
Ah, what? Was I sleeping? Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow.
Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Ah, right up the schnozola.
Keep quiet and do exactly as I say.
No, please. Anything but another lesson. Here you go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's go see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. Oh, how nice of the game to keep moving me to where I need to go. Very kind. Cursed Ninetales Fox. The time for my grudge has but festered over time. The last gen's vengeance won't be mine. She must be possessed, sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Psst! Jinxie! Huh? Oh! Hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off again. Phew. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, the one with the nine-tailed fox and Tenmataro. It shows them dancing together. Really? Oh, really? Two bitter rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. Oh, right, for the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting, it was just a spirited debate. It's what we lawyers— Ah! No fighting. Charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Alright, tell me what you remember. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Eek! Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Eek! I opened the door. Papa and Ultimate Kyubi were collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. Ooh, got him. I knew it. She's holding something back. Okay. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. Alright. Yeah. Oh, okay. I pressed the wrong button. Got it. Passed out in the chair. I didn't see anything.
Gotcha!
My hand's shaking. Why is it shaking? You were very nervous when you said, "That's all he said," weren't you? There's more to it. I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh. Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep. So you admit that he did say something else. Heek! How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Come on. There we go. What do you remember? Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little bit more specific? But before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman Kyubi." He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. Nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics. That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. It's the lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Okay. So he feels responsible, I think is where this is going. Right, just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming, or simply delirious? Who knows, but I sure feel like I'm living in a nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie's been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. Let's see here. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Kyubi and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have then fled the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Temataro. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? LaBelle's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenmataro Florent LaBelle. Right, we'll get him with legal exorcism, justice style. To be continued. Alright, I'm assuming we're going to court. Yes! Alright. I don't know if this is the last day of court, but ooh, I'm excited. Ready to take this guy down. I hope you guys are excited to come along for the ride. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.